Try again. Good evening. This is video log number 7. I'm just going to read you some extracts out of one of the minute books. Now, this particular minute book here is dated from 1934. Because ANZAC Day is coming up very shortly, I thought this was quite important to read extracts from a meeting held on the 6th of April 1937. Minutes of the monthly meeting held at the Mechanics Institute in Terang on Tuesday, April 6, 1937. The Chairman, the President, Mr. Dave Trickett, occupied the chair, and 18 other members who were present. Apologies received from Mr. Black, Mr. Heathcliff, Mr. Davis, Mr. Stafford, and Mr. Young. Minutes of the previous meeting was read and confirmed on the motion of Mr. Patton and Mr. Angus Gillies. Angus Gillies served in the Light Horse during the First World War and was a charger at Bathsheba. Secretary's report. The membership of the branch to date is 60 financial members. This is good, but there will still be a number of outstanding renewals. ANZAC House was making a special effort to increase its figures this year and require the cooperation of all sub-branches in the state. In a coronation year, membership, campaign and appeal to all those who have not yet renewed to do so as early as possible. Arrangements are well in hand re ANZAC Day, and I have been fortunate enough to obtain the service of Mr. I think it's Seamouth of Geelong, who will give the address. I have on hand 300 ANZAC buttons, which are ANZAC badges now, which will be for sale, and ask all RSL members to purchase one or more and also help to sell the same, as the proceeds are for a worthy cause. So the ANZAC badge appeal for the veterans, for the families, and any welfare issues. The minute book is a beautiful, written beautifully in scroll. I just wish I was a little bit better in the following it, but anyway, I'll stick in there. Secretary support. I would also like to see all RS take part. I'll return servicemen. There we go. RS. That's the first one on me. To take part in the ANZAC March and service to help make this day a memorable one, which all ANZAC days are. 3. So we're on to general business now. It was agreed that the secretary interview Mr. Frank Roddy, interesting, to install an amplifier at the obelisk, which is our memorial at the High Street, for the service on ANZAC Day. It was moved by Mr. Patton and second by Mr. Alley. Okay, and that a letter of thanks be sent to Mr. Timms for the gift of an honour roll and 2 framed AIF colour badges, which will be presented to the branch. This was carried by all members. It goes on to say that the Secretary will notify the district speakers that they have been nominated to represent the branch at the schools on ANZAC Day on Friday the 23rd of April and give a short address. So I continued this tradition over the years, and the schools do come to the RSL Hall. Sadly, this year they won't be. Okay. Also, in the minute book, there is a program, the ANZAC Commemoration program, Terang, 25th of April, 1937. In it, order of service, public hall at 1:45. The chairman was Mr. Reverend J. Farley Forrest, BA. The program itself is hymns, prayers, the hymn Lest We Forget, the national anthem, which would have been God Save the King back then, and a dedication. And on the back, ceremony at memorial at 3 o'clock or 1500. Mr. Dave Trickett, President of the Terang RSL Sub Branch of the RSSILA, will proceed. There will be a band selection. Then there's the King's message to the parents of the fallen, will be read by the President of the RSL. I'll just show you that if you can see it. Right. I might scan that in and just bring it up a bit clearer. So very similar to what we're doing today. We have our meetings. We have our minute books. It has all the information there. What I've been doing since I've been president, I have been cutting or taking all the news reports and putting them or placing them in 3 scrapbooks, which I have here. For historical content value, I'm not going to be here forever. It'll be similar to how we found these books in the cupboard, but these will be actually set aside there like a time capsule. So, wealth of information, just incredible. I'm just going to read the Secretary's report, May 4th, 1937. This period last year, the membership of the branch at present is 71 financial members. There are still a number of outstanding renewals not paid to hand, as the and to our financial year will be in May the 31st. I would like to the renewals in before I close the books. Sorry about the grammar, guys, but yeah, the typing lacks that as well. At the ANZAC Day parade this year, I was pleased to note the good attendance of diggers. I wish to thank all those speakers who attended the schools on Friday the 23rd of April. They gave addresses to the children, which will help to impress the children with the occasion. Also to those who assisted in selling ANZAC buttons, as this cause is a worthy one. During the month, 2 pension cases had been attended to. So that was on the 4th of May. There are the minute books on the 4th of May, which says that ANZAC Day was a great success. They had a great attendance, good attendance from the diggers. So this is a fantastic record, incredible record that they kept back then. So these minute books go from 1934. The first entry was on the 3rd of July 1934. And the president then was Mr. Angus Gillies. As previously mentioned, he was a charger at Bathsheba. Mentions Mr. Black, Mr. Slaughton, Mr. Gillies, Mr. Tuff, Mr. Smith, Andy Smith, Dave Trickett. So, as I said, a wealth of information. I'm really glad that we were able to find these and place these in cabinets so they're well preserved. So, okay, all right. Well, that's a little bit of an extract from the minute book from 1937, ANZAC Day. So, thanks again for watching. Be safe, and hopefully this virus situation will start to clear up soon, so people can get out of their houses, travel, and just enjoy life again. So, be safe, and thank you for watching.